we had discussed the last few weeks about the possibility of Jeff Lebby leaving to go to Alabama. But Jeff Lebby made as you pointed out to me before we started to record, Jeff Lebby made a pretty strong statement in not even taking an interview, but staying put, at least for now.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit for me and maybe some. I think a little bit surprising the fact that he elected not to even take an interview. I think as we talked through this last week, Mark, I think when you have someone of the nature of Nick Saban and the nature of the Alabama program come calling from an offensive coordinator perspective, it's something that you kind of think through. And I know that there was some flattery. There had to have been some flattery there, but at the same time, um, I think part of that thought process for him had to have been, is this a lateral move for me? The next logical step for me is to be a head coach. Preferably, I think at the Power Five level. So, what does that look like for him? Really, just in terms of career progression. So, I think he and as we talked, we both, and I thought that I didn't think that he would end up taking the job, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him take the interview for it. But yeah, no, he completely declined the interview. Obviously, staying at Oklahoma, so you have to think, as long as Oklahoma wants him as the offensive coordinator, he's not going to find a better fit as than he would at Alabama in terms of the financial implications of how much Alabama is paying their coordinators, and then just from a program perspective, Alabama has obviously set the bar over the last few years. So the fact that he's continuing to stay at Oklahoma, I think is further proves the fact that he's happy here. He enjoyed it here. It's his alma mater, and then obviously the second part of that, he wants his next job to be a head coaching job wherever that might be. That's his next career progression, and that's his desire. So good news for Oklahoma fans. I think in talking to people, I think there was some thoughts that he might interview and he might have a little bit of flirtation with the job, and things like that. But the fact that he decided, a lot of people didn't think that he would take the job, thought that it was a slim, but he had enough here at Oklahoma that would continue to keep him here. And so good news from a just kind of, I think it would be really, really tough for Oklahoma to go into, especially right now at this time frame, go into looking for another guy and another offensive installation in as many years for Oklahoma. So I think it's obviously value add for both sides, and the kids and the programs for Lebby to continue to be here at Oklahoma.